Mumbai Indians again almost had a situation similar to CSK. They retained most of their core and they released some of the pace bowlers that they bought for really high prices. In the end, they bought back Nathan Coulter-Nile for 3 crores less at 5 crores, and then they went in to get one of their prodigal picks of the yesteryears, being Adam Milne. Adam Milne was there with Mumbai Indians for a couple of seasons. Then he had a lengthened injury period, and now he's back to full fitness. Had a very good BBL. And then, of course, they've gone in for Jimmy Neesham and the pick that all of us thought was going to come, Arjun Tendulkar for base. So, how do you see Mumbai Indians shaping up in this particular auction?
I remember the day, the retentions and release lists came out. I saw the budget and I said, "Am I have a 15 crores?" And they would try like to go for three pacers. It will come down to how smart the other teams are in stopping them from doing it. They
True.
sort of did stop them from buying Morris, but Emma is always smart enough. I think Adam Mill is a very good buy. So is Nathan Coulter-Nine. So they had Nathan Coulter-Nine for 8 CR in the previous season. This season they've got Coulter-Nile and Milne at 8.2, which is a very good buy. Nisham is a decent backup. I don't see him playing a lot of games. Just like I don't, as long as Pollard's playing, I don't see Nisham playing. The thing with MI setup is because they have such complete players that even average players can do better because there is not a lot of expectation and pressure on them. So an Adam
True.
Milne wouldn't really need to bowl at the death if there is Jasprit Bumrah. Along with I checked his numbers in the power play. He has an economy rate of 7.995. So he's giving runs at less than 8 runs and over, but his average and strike rate isn't great. But I think with Bolt at the other end, both of them could pair actually really well, and his numbers will also improve as we saw with what happened with Bolt in the last season. So Adam Milne could really work, and if Coulter-Nine also plays, then they'll have another option who can bowl at the death with Bumrah. So I think they've got their paces covered again. Raghuveer is asking about Marco Jansen. Raghuveer, I'm not really really don't know how he goes. I think I have not seen enough of him. I think this is a call that MI will if MI has bought him and scouted him, he could actually be a good deal because we've seen how good their scouting process is. But I think they will start with Adam Milne because Shane Bond has worked with him pretty closely, and he would have given shared his feedback as to how well he's doing. So I think they will start with Adam Milne, wouldn't bowl him at death, or maybe probably bowl him for an over because how I see this going is as three for Bolt and 3 for 1 of Bolt or Adam Milne in the top six. Then by the time 12th over is done, both Milne and or one of Milne and Bolt have finished their quota. Then one of them sort of might bowl after 15th, but I think 3 overs will be reserved for Jasprit Bumrah in the last five with one odd over or probably uh, from a Milne or from a Bolt. But that would actually come down to how they who's also batting because MI have also given an over in the death in the last five to Krunal Pandya as well if two right-handers are batting. So like I said, it will come down to who's there. But you expect MI to sort of sort it out. They're too smart a franchise as they've always shown, and a lot of titles I think they've won on the auction table. If you
That's true.
see how they've they were the ones who started with their two overseas pacers strategy in the 11. With Bumrah they had another pacer. So the reason is that uncapped Indian batsmen and a lot of Indian batsmen still struggle with pace. And
True.
a lot of teams don't have that batsman who can counter that pace. So it always helps.
Yeah, just another question on the Mumbai Indians setup. So Anirudh wants to know if they could have actually gone in for someone like Riley and maybe spent a little more bucks to get some experienced pacers, like probably maybe Morris. Of course, Morris didn't come for cheap, but could they have actually invested in an experienced pacer to fill in the shoes of maybe say a Lasit Malinga?
I think Riley might have been in their plans, but like I said before, it also comes down to the auction order and the players which are coming in. So they probably thought that they are better off in getting a Milne and I think by the time they bought Milne, they sort of realized that they may not have enough money for Riley Meredith because he went for 8 CR. So could be a
Yeah,
reason. and maybe they didn't want to take a punt on somebody who's inexperienced. Like I said, a lot of the buying of Adam Milne has been influenced or could be influenced by how Shane Bond worked with him in BBL. So I think that is more
Yeah,
down to that. Uh, could have gone for Riley. I thought that they might go for a Chemar Holder or an Alzari Joseph also, but they didn't, because Alzari Joseph has played for them and they've taken good care of him when he got injured, but they didn't. So I don't know. Could have been something up their plans. With Emma, you never know.
yeah. As you pointed out, most of the auctions are most of the IPL championships are won at the auction table, and MI have been pioneers of it for the last decade or so. They've just gone out and picked the best talent across India and the world, and that's why they are now a formidable unit in the IPL.